Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today as we get cracking into video number 2 out of 2. There was video number 1 earlier on today. If you haven't caught that, I suggest you go and take a look at it now. Feel free to pause this and head over there and watch that, or if, like I've not said in a while, if you are weird and lopsided and you want to do it the other way around, whatever floats your boat. So, I'm going to leave that option on the table for you. And another one, don't forget to go and check out Shootout as well, where me and George went over the possibility of Man City and Chelsea facing punishment after Everton's been docked 10 points. That video is right there for you to go and check out as well. So make sure you head over there, watch that, and give us the subscription. Much appreciated. Now, video number 2 is going to be, how can I say this? Fun. It's going to be fun. And it's going to be fun because Everton have been deducted 10 points. Manchester City have all sorts of scrutiny because of 115 charges. Chelsea are now under investigation because of various allegations. There's 4. There's a 4th team. Who's that 4th team? Tottenham. Step outside. Step outside. Tottenham, step outside. I need to talk to you outside. Yeah, outside. Step outside now. They might be in trouble. Let's get into it. The exclusive from The Times. Investigation revealed Spurs and Defoe appeared to break agent rules, but the FA did nothing. Do you see what I said earlier on in video number 1 about the Premier League doing whatever they have to do to protect the Premier League? They will do whatever they have to do for their own interests. Yeah, the same applies to every other governing body, by the way. The FA included. So, let's get into all of it and why. What is going on? What's going on and what did the FA cover up here? Let's get into it. Here's the exclusive. Spurs and Defoe appeared to break agent rules, but the FA did nothing. Tottenham Hotspur are facing serious allegations of breaching transfer rules during Jermaine Defoe's move to Portsmouth in 2008. Spurs dealt with an unlicensed agent while agreeing to sell Defoe to Portsmouth for £7.5 million. I never thought I'd see the day, honestly. This is, look, with all due respect, yeah? This is the sort of thing that you hear in third world nations. It's in third world countries and the footballing associations going on over there, and not that I can testify, I'm not there in person, but I've seen tons of examples and people self-admittedly coming out and saying, yeah, we did that, it happened. Trust me, some of the madness that goes on, right, in the world of football, across the planet, in all sorts of various different countries, is crazy, right? I never thought that we'd get to this sort of level in England. Corruption exists, of course it exists on any level, but an unlicensed agent, come on. What, like there isn't enough licensed agents going about? Well, someone wanted a significant piece of the pie. So, they got this deal done with an unlicensed agent. Tottenham. Before any one of us were doing dodgy things, right? Tottenham were doing the first. And they've been scot-free since 2008. Unbelievable. The FA, you guys are an absolute farce. Let's get into more of the detail. Breaking, the FA has said it is prepared to review evidence of potentially serious breaches of agent rules in a transfer involving Spurs, Portsmouth and Jermaine Defoe, the Times reports. Before we get into more detail, so this is basically the FA going back into what the FA knew about before and going, all right, lads, I think we made the mistake all those years ago. We might need to investigate what we did back then. Come on, this is stupid. But let's get into the detail. Let's see what actually happened. Here it is. So, an investigation by the Times has found that during a private hearing concerning the transfer of Defoe from White Hart Lane to Fratton Park in January 2008, it emerged that the England striker, the Tottenham chairman Daniel Levy, and Harry Redknapp, then the Portsmouth manager, all dealt with an unlicensed agent during the negotiations. That is unbelievable. That is actually quite shocking. That's mad. And if I'm not mistaken, Harry Redknapp was at Portsmouth after he was at Tottenham, if I'm not mistaken. Or was it before? I'm pretty sure it was after. But anyway, Harry Redknapp has got a big link with Tottenham, right? Was very well respected as a manager over there. Clearly knows Daniel Levy. Jermaine Defoe wanted to take Jermaine Defoe from Tottenham to Portsmouth, did in the end. But you know what Harry Redknapp's like, got to get the gang back together again. Come on, Nico Granca. If you know, you know. Yeah, if you recognise the jokes from back then, you recognise the jokes from back then. But now we turn to the FA. So let's get into it. So, breaches of FA agent rules have led to clubs being deducted points and bans for directors, but in this case, the governing body took no disciplinary action. In the same year, Luton Town were docked 10 points for breaking agent regulations. You couldn't make this up. You couldn't write this. So this is where... Realistically, I don't want to be saying this because Everton will be looking at this and going, oh, okay, so back then one team got punished for one thing and the others didn't for the same thing, right? Now Everton are going to be looking at Man City and maybe Chelsea and going, oh, you better punish them now. And that's to the Premier League. That's not the FA. But you get the gist. But the FA back then, in the same year, knew about Spurs, didn't take any action, knew about Luton, 10 points deducted. Unbelievable. For the same crime. for breaking agent regulations. Absolutely unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. But it goes to show. It goes to show what goes down in these governing bodies. And this is why I was saying, look, they will do whatever it takes to protect their interests. Now, what interest they had in this, I don't know. Maybe the unlicensed agent had some sort of a thing with the FA. I don't know. Maybe because Tottenham were a Premier League team and high up, maybe they didn't want to do anything. I don't know. I don't know. But it's crazy how one team like Tottenham didn't get any punishment and Luton did. Well, what goes around comes around. And that's a matter of life. Yeah? That's a lesson for all of you. Don't do bad by people, you won't get bad done by you. Don't do good to people, you'll get good coming right around back to you, mate. You will. So what goes around comes around. Well, all these years later, 15 years later, 15 years in the making, Tottenham, knock knock, you've got some explaining to do. So what's going to happen now? Let's get into it. Tottenham could face a points deduction after an investigation found rules were broken in the transfer that sent Jermaine Defoe to Portsmouth. The FA has said it's prepared to review any new evidence in this case. In the same year of Defoe's transfer, Luton were docked 10 points for breaking agent regulations. And there's Jermaine Defoe playing for Portsmouth, and I'm guessing apologising because maybe he scored against Spurs. I don't know. But anyway, that's a story for a different day. Well, I've got a suggestion. If Luton were docked 10 points back then for breaking agent regulations, then rightfully Tottenham should be deducted 10 points for the same crime. Everton got docked 10 points for their first offence. Well, Tottenham should get docked 10 points. But this is 15 years in the making. There's been a cover-up. There's been people that were not held accountable at the time when they were meant to. I say we add another 5 points. If I was the judge, I'd be having fun with this. I would be having fun with this. If I was the one to make the decision, I'm sorry, Tottenham, I'll be sending you down. Not relegation, relax. But look, 15-point deduction, right? I think it's fair in relation to this. Now, some people are going to come out and say, oh, but hang on, no, Tottenham are a completely different club now. No, wrong. Daniel Levy is still there. So, listen, maybe this whole keeping Daniel Levy at the club is going to come back to bite you. And, even if he did go, it's like Chelsea now. Roman's gone, but we're still facing the repercussions because of things that were done 10, 15 years ago. So it is what it is. It is what it is. So listen, Tottenham, I think, should be facing punishment. And on top of that, the FA knew and didn't take any action. That makes the whole thing rotten to the core. So the FA, you better fix this mess that you've created, because if there's no action taken against Tottenham, and now it's not a case of there's an investigation. Nah, we know that there was something done that was wrong, an unlicensed agent. And the FA knew. They didn't take any action. So it's not a case of, did it happen? Did it not happen? No, we know it. We know it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And it happened. We knew it happened. So Tottenham should be facing the consequences. Simple as that. And the FA, you better fix your mess. You didn't take disciplinary action back then, well, you better do so now. Simple as that. So let me know your thoughts down below. Listen, if we're going to have consistency, we've got to do it properly. And I'll be honest, and I'll say it here. If it means Man City are going to get punished, they'll get punished. If it means even my club, Chelsea, are going to get punished, well, we're going to get punished. Screw it, we're all going to get punished. Let's all go down to the Championship. Let's all fight each other down there. I mean, you know, for once, it would mean that Tottenham are in a title race. So, whoa, too much. Sorry, Tottenham. It's jokes and banter. Anyway, let's move to the next piece of news. Now, talking about interests, well, there was a vote today in and around Premier League clubs, Tottenham included. And let's get into it. This is what happened. Breaking. Premier League clubs have voted against ban on clubs loaning players from within the same ownership group. It means Newcastle can sign players on loan from PIF-owned clubs, and same for other clubs like Crystal Palace with Lyon and similar situations. This is the first I'm hearing. Hang on. I'm sorry. Do Crystal Palace and Lyon have a link? If they did, I didn't know. Who's the owner of Lyon? Who owns Crystal Palace? Okay, I mean, look, that would look like a good partnership for Crystal Palace, but Lyon are on the brink of going down in France, so it's an absolute mess over there. So I don't think you're going to be loaning any players from Lyon anytime soon, so that advantage has gone out the window. Much like some people don't actually recognise with Chelsea, this isn't actually really a thing for us. We're not going to loan players from Strasbourg. In fact, they're going to loan our players. So, you know, it's not the other way around. We are the strongest within Blue Co, right? And unless, you know, we'll see what other clubs end up getting bought by Blue Co. But, yeah, with Strasbourg, they would be taking the advantage out of the situation, not us. But we do know the clubs that voted against, and they've made themselves known. So let's see who voted against making a ban on loaning between clubs that share the same ownership. Here are the clubs. Chelsea, Newcastle, Sheffield United, Man City, Everton, Wolves and Forest voted against the ban of not being allowed to sign players on loan from partner teams. Chelsea, I can understand. You never know what's going to happen in future. Man City, I can definitely understand. That's how they got Frank Lampard. They got someone to end up going to New York City on loan to Man City. It's happened before. Sheffield United, I'm sorry, I don't understand. Unless they want to maybe get into partnership with a big club and go, can we have your players, please? And then they'll take advantage of that. Newcastle, we've just mentioned Newcastle, Saudi, Newcastle, they're basically the same thing. Everton, maybe the same situation, I don't understand. Wolves and Forest, I guess the teams that are lower down may be hoping for some sort of a partnership if they don't have partnerships already. If they do, I'm unaware. So you can see, everyone else, not interested. But even though the vote was 13-7 in favour of the ban, in order for the vote to go through, you need 14 teams. So that's why the exact number needed of teams to vote against is what happened, and that's how it got stopped. So, unlucky to everyone that didn't want this to go through, but tough. You're going to learn to live with it. Now, before we wrap up, two last bits of info, good pieces of info, starting off with Exhibit A. Breaking. Sir Jim Ratcliffe's 25% investment in Manchester United now looks like it will be pushed back until the start of 2024. Is this even going to happen? At this rate, I'm starting to doubt this is even going to happen. And this is 25%. We were talking about full-on ownership by the Saudis and all of that. And now we're talking about 25%. And it's not going to come through until 2024. You know, it's mid-November. So, well, coming to the late November. So we're talking another 6-7 weeks or so. We'll see. We'll see. 'Cause we were meant to get an announcement. It never came through. Still waiting. So, let me know your thoughts. Do you think it will happen? Personally, I think eventually it will happen. It's bound to happen. Jim Ratcliffe is the only man left in the race. So, bound to happen. However, how long does it take? We'll see. They wanted to get the announcement out before Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving in the United States is this coming Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. Or is it not this Thursday, next Thursday? I think it's this Thursday. Is this... No. I don't know. I need to check. Actually, hang on. I can check. Oh, it is next Thursday. It's next Thursday. It's not this Thursday. So it's next Thursday. So they wanted to get an announcement out before then. We still got no indicator. So let's wait and see. Now, the last bit of news on this video, which we're going to end with, and it means we're going to end the video with a smile, is something that I've wanted to see. I didn't think it was going to happen. I thought we had the chance of making it happen. It didn't happen. And I was like, we need it to happen one last time. They listened. So let me introduce you to The Last Dance. Breaking. Al Nassr and Inter Miami will face each other in February 2024 in Riyadh. The game between the two GOATs is being labelled The Last Dance. And listen, it's going to be Messi versus Ronaldo one last and final time. I am very, very happy that this is happening. We got to take a look at that picture one last time because look, I mean, this is happening for the last time. This is like the season finale. You're never going to see it again. So take it all in, right? This is like when Friends ended. After 236 episodes. And we got to the end and you had the world crying, right? The entire globe was like, no, I can't believe it's ending. It's ending. You got to take it all in. Messi, Ronaldo, it's the last time. We're never going to see it again. Unless if they play in some testimonial when they're 50. But up until that point, we're not going to see it again. Maybe they can do a reunion. Hey, you know, this is going to be brilliant. Inter Miami, Al Nassr, in Saudi, one last game, Messi versus Ronaldo, to bring an end and to draw the curtain down on all of the Messi versus Ronaldos that we've had over the years since... I'm trying to think. When was the first time they faced each other? It must have been like 2007, I think, maybe, when they faced each other for the first time. I'm trying to think when Man United played Barcelona. Maybe around that time. If not, it would have been when Man United played Barca in 2009. They played the final, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they did. They played the final because it was meant to be Man United Chelsea again. And then Chelsea got robbed thanks to UEFA Lona. So, yeah, I don't forget. Anyway, then they played in the final. That might have been the first Ronaldo versus Messi. Or maybe there was a game before. But then you had Real Madrid, Barcelona, all sorts. I don't know, Argentina, Portugal. I'm sure they played against each other. And it's just been countless, absolutely countless. So this is going to be the final curtain call. Messi versus Ronaldo. Let's end it on a high. So it's going to be a pleasure to watch. I might even do a watch-along for that because it deserves a watch-along. We're going to get Inter Miami versus Al Nassr watch-along. Maybe we will in February. We'll see when it gets close to the time. But let me know your thoughts down below on all that I've discussed and in relation to Messi versus Ronaldo having the last dance. So thank you for watching, people. Have a good one. Do make sure to catch all the content as it drops and hit the subscribe button in order for you to be here. Make sure you hit the notification bell to be notified of each upload. And check out the socials. They are on screen and in the description, all listed for you, including Shootout as well. Make sure you're subscribed over there. And I will see all of you tomorrow for a brand new one. Have a good one, people. See you lot tomorrow. Take care and peace.